Good morning, students. This is my second greetings to you this morning. Here comes the second presentation. Computer literacy for April 2017 examination. For April 2017 examination, computer literacy. I told you when presenting the previous one that all students takes computer literacy in their year one, but we have different courses. Now, this presentation is for who? This very one is for students that are taking diploma in junior primary education. I repeat, this presentation is for diploma in junior primary education, otherwise known as DJPE, DJPECL11, and Diploma in Secondary Education, DSECL12. So if you belong to this category of students, then listen to me, give me your full attention, your maximum attention now. I said, before I continue, this presentation is for who? Diploma in Junior Primary Education, DJPECL1. It's nice to be with you, my beloved student, this morning. What do you expect in the April examination? Some of you probably this is going to be your first time examination in DJPE. Some of you perhaps you couldn't meet up last time. I don't like saying you failed. Nobody failed in this world. We can all stumble. We stand up. Even the Bible says, a righteous man will fall several times, but he will stand up and continue the race. So I don't like saying you failed. You did not fail. It's just that you could not meet up the requirements. So don't give up. Winners don't quit. If you quit, then you're a loser. Winners don't quit. So for those of you perhaps who are taking it the second time, here is the solution today. And what is the solution? Listen to me, then I will tell you what to do comes April 2017. Here we are already in April, but comes the examination day. Don't be afraid, because the fear is the beginning of problem. All right. You are going to see how many questions? You are going to see 6 questions. Making 100 marks. You must pay attention to examination works that we emphasize every day. Things like explain, differentiate, define. Pay attention to them. Okay? Now for the DJPE Computer Literacy 1, which is for the first semester, where are your questions coming from? Your questions are coming from the entire syllabus. So the entire course outline is being covered here. Questions like what? The whole study course outline is covered. But let us pick some areas within the time frame for this presentation. Let us discuss some areas. You remember in the assignment that you submitted in January, right? Yeah, in January this year. There was a question in that assignment that says you should discuss the components of a computer system. Can you remember the components of a computer system? Can you remember things like the input, the processing, and the rest? Can you remember the components of a computer system? Can you use a diagram to describe the components? What are the components that integrated together to form a computer system? Can you discuss them? I want you to read that assignment well. Read it also from your study guide, the various components, and should be able to use a diagram to describe what they are. My student of DJPE, what is a computer hardware? Do you know? Have you seen a hardware before? How does it look like? Can you give me an example of a hardware? Okay, if I put on the table, if I take you to a computer lab where there is a mouse, there is a keyboard, there's a printer, there's a monitor, there's a scanner, then I tell you or I ask you, hey, Selma, which one is? You say, oh, somebody says Selma. Oh, how did he know my name? I just mentioned, I don't know if you are even Selma. Okay, I will not say Selma again. Malta. Okay, can you show me any example of input device? Among these hardwares, can you show me an example of output device? Can you identify them and name them? That you must know. Now, what is a software? Remember, in a computer, when you talk about computer software, computer software is divided into two: system software and application software. Computer software is divided into two: system software and what? Application software. Do you know examples of system software? Do you know examples of application software? If you know, good luck. If you don't know, it's not too late. You can read more about it today. About what is a computer software, what is a system software, what is an application software, and their various examples, and what perhaps they are used for. Are you listening? Yes. Let's talk about the impact of computers in our society. The impact of computers in our society. Whether we like it or we don't like it, the computers have come to stay. But since computers started, what impact does it have on our society? Now, when you talk about society, you look at it from various sectors. Okay, let's look at the education. Let's go back to the school. Take your mind to the school. What impact does computer have on our education? Does it make our work easier? In what way? Who are those that use computers in education sector? Of what use is a computer to a teacher? Of what use is a computer to a learner? Of what use is a computer to the school management? What about the impact of computers when it comes to banking? Can you remember your cell phone banking? Your internet banking? Your ATM machine? Are those not positive impact of computers on the banking sectors? Talk about entertainment. Talk about communication. As I said in my previous presentation, I can talk to all of you from where I am. You can see me, you can hear me. What makes it possible? Technology, computers. So you can discuss so many impacts of computers on our society. But let me warn you here, or let me caution you here. And what is that? Don't repeat words using their synonyms. For example, I'm talking from experience here. I've been quite long in the educational sector. Now, when students, you ask them questions like this, they try to give you the same point, the same point, using their synonyms, that is different ways. For example, here, say computer can be used to get information. Good. Then they give you another point. I can use computer to send information. I can use computer to look for information. You're still talking about the same thing, information. Oh, computer can be used by learners to write their essay. They give you another point. Computer can be used by learners to make research. You are still revolving around the same point. So don't repeat same point using a different word. You'll be marked wrong, my friend. And where the question says, give me 2 impacts of computer in our society, don't give me 4. Don't dump answers. Dumping of answers where you give me both the correct ones and the incorrect one. Mr. Edo, take the ones you like, leave the rest. I won't take anything. I will give them back to you. How? 0. I need the correct answers. Don't give me both incorrect and incorrect answers. Then you expect me to separate them, to filter them. It won't work, my brain. Okay, what else do you expect? In your study guide, have you read about this topic, computer viruses? Please read more about it. What should you read about computer viruses? Number 1, read about computer virus as a definition, the causes of computer viruses, the effect computer viruses has on our computers, and what are the strategies to prevent computer from having viruses. I repeat, what is a computer virus? I want you to read about it. What are the effects computer viruses has on our computers? How do we prevent our computers from having viruses? Don't tell me that you must cover the computer is a way to prevent. Give me good definition, my friend. Then I will give you very good mark, my friend. Then we can become better friends. Computer folder and files in your your assignment. We ask you, how do you create a folder? Almost all of you got it right. I'm waiting, should in case, I'm not saying, maybe you see a similar question that says, how do you create a folder? Don't leave it blank. If you leave it blank, then you are not the one that did that assignment. So read about your computer memory also. What is a computer memory? The types of computer memory, examples of computer memory, talking about both primary memory and secondary memory. I remember some times ago, I don't always forget this also. When I ask a student, what is a computer memory, say name of my cousin. You're not talking about memory who is at home. We're talking about computer what? Memory. You will equally be examined on Microsoft Word. How to save, how to print, how to edit a document in Microsoft Word. Can you see that from this presentation? Your practical experience will be examined. There is only one solution here. There is only one antidote here. And what is that solution? Lay your hands on the computer. Practice on the computer. Bring out your study guide. Open Microsoft Word. Practice how to prepare a very little document. Try and save it. When you save, pay attention to how you are doing it. What did you click on if you are going to save? What will you click on? What are you going to do next? So, why is Mr. Edo saying you must pay attention to this? So that you will know what to write down for me. Because it's easier for you to know how to do it, but you don't know how to write it down. That is when students write for you, you click on something, then you click on something, then you click on something. Me, I don't know what is called something. Tell me what you click on. Try and practice it at home. Okay? Don't get tired. I know it's getting down to lunchtime. We'll ask somebody to send you a cup of tea later. Okay, either tea or coffee. Don't worry, I will send that. It's not April Fool, né? I'm talking from this. Don't think Mr. Edo he said April Fool. It's not April Fool. Okay, I will equally ask you some other questions like this. I want you to kind of remember for the DJPE students, Computer Literacy 11, Computer Literacy 1. Your course outline is divided into 2. 80% computer literacy, 20% library science or library studies. I'm sure you know that. If you tell me you don't know, it means you are not reading your study guide. Computer literacy, DJPE student, 80% questions on computer literacy, basically focusing on just the basic concepts, nothing so difficult here. The 20% on library studies. You know what a library is? In library, I'm going to ask you some kind of things you know about library studies. Catalog. How do you arrange books in a library? You know, we have what is called the fictions and the non-fictions books. What is the difference? How do you arrange them? If your learner should go to the library and your learner is looking for a book in the library, what are the steps the learner will take to get the book? Because when you get to the library, there are so many books. So how can I get this literature book? How can I get this natural science book easily? So how do you locate a book when it comes to the library? The procedure of how to do that is well written in your study guide. Will you study it? Say yes. Don't say no, say yes. Will you study it? Say yes. Then we have e-books, electronic books. You know, there are some schools nowadays, if you get to those books, you don't see, books, printed books, hard copies. No. In their library, what they have is just computers. So they have to, if you have computers in your library, then you have to open the electronic versions of the books. How can you open the electronic versions of books? If I give you a computer, then I said, go into this website, then download this book from. How do you access the electronic version of a book in the library? But you'll be asking, Mr. Ido, how do I know? It is there in your Bible. I'm talking about the Bible, the computer literacy study guide. There you will find how to access electronic books from the library. I have also in this presentation, just like every presentation I give, a kind of a summary. But don't depend only on this summary. It's just an added advantage. So combine your summary that you have here plus your study guide. Go back to your assignment booklets. Revise all the questions in your assignment booklets. Read through your study guide. Speak to me over the telephone. You can email me. You can send me messages so that I can help you here. It will be too late to help you after the examination. But now is the time to help you. Today's preparation is tomorrow's success. Where should you start? Start now. Now. So you tell your friend who is seated beside you, you must start to study now. Study from today. Follow the guidelines I have given you. Read through the presentation. I guarantee you, I repeat, I guarantee you, you will not fail, provided you do as I say. Thank you very much.